Grand rising to all my investors stuff out there, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to another Invest Brand Pod Show on this Monday. This is officially episode number 59. We got one more episode into season 4. So thank y'all for tuning in to another episode. And today's topic we're going to be talking about is learning how to be a leader before leading a team. So before we jump into the topic, you know what time it is, man. If you're watching this playback of a show on our YouTube channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell and also hit on that like button so the algorithm know this is a real pod show going on. And also, if you are listening to this playback on a Spotify channel, make sure you hit on that follow button so you can be notified when a new episode drops on Spotify. And before we take a quick commercial break, I got an announcement to make. Invest Brand. We're going through a rebranding process right now. So what I decided was we're going to go back to the original, just invest. When I first started, what people don't know, it was called Invest when I first started this brand and what have you. So I'm going to go back to the original name, Invest, Steady Invest Brand. I'm taking the brand off. As far as the domain, investbrand.com, I still have that, but we're going to change the domain to investflagship.com. And for the reason only I'm changing it because invest.com is not available. I wanted to change it. I tried MVT for abbreviation for invest. That wasn't available. So I chose investflagship.com. So I wanted to change everything around or what have you. So that's going to be the new domain name. Once this new site is dropped, it's going to be underneath investflagship.com. That's where you're going to find everything at and what have you. So investbrand.com, I still own that domain and what have you. So I'm trying to decide what I want to do with that domain and what have you. So that's what's going on and what have you. But we still going to drop the new product. We just going back with invest. So when the new product drop, we're gonna it's gonna be the logo invest on there and what have you. So it's gonna be very dope, guys. So that's why it's important, man. Go and follow us right now since the site ain't up. Go and follow us on our Invest Brand YouTube channel. So you can find it. It's already been updated to Invest, the new logo, which is abbreviation and what have you. So you can find Invest on Instagram. You can follow us there. So when anything that drops, notification, what have you, you will be notified there first when the new site is dropped. So go ahead over to Instagram right now. Follow us so you can be notified, so you be part of the journey and what have you. So that's what's going on right now. I'm just going through a rebranding, just trying to make sure everything is up to par, everything's good. And the reason for me going back and taking the brand off and going back to invest, plain and simple, it's more simple. People understand it more and what have you. Not saying people didn't like the Invest Brand logo and what have you, but people, when they looked at the logo, they it was more understanding of what it said versus Invest Brand, because Invest Brand, the new logo and what have you, was in cursive. The invest part was, the brand was still wasn't in cursive, but when you look at the old logo, invest was kind of laying on top of the brand, so people was kind of confused of what it was saying and what have you. So I definitely wanted to go just eliminate that, go back to something simple, invest, where people can understand what invest is, and it starts conversation of what is invest, what does that mean and what have you. So definitely that was my reason to changing it back, just something simple people can understand, read it a lot better and what have you. So just went back to square one with this new rebranding and what have you. So just went back to the original invest. So like I said, go over to Instagram right now, guys, and follow us there so you can be notified when some new drops to Invest Brand. And I'm gonna slowly start adding content to the page. So the page right now, I just went through and just did some rebranding on the page and what have you. So it's not really a lot of content up, so because I'm made room to add new content, because when I'm doing a rebranding, I want to make sure the story goes along with the new logo whatever I have in store coming to this brand and what have you. So that's what's important about it, guys, man. This is a journey. Like Nipsey said, man, this isn't a sprint. This is a marathon. So this is what we doing here. This is a long-term investment right here. But other than that, guys, you know what time it is. I'm going to take a quick commercial break, and I'll be right back with the segment we call Quote Me on That, where I read you a quote and I explain to you what the quote means. But other than that, man, make sure y'all tap back in to the Invest Brand Pod Show. Yup.
Entrepreneurs embrace the hustle and the grind. Invest Brand Pod Show.
Welcome back to the Invest Brand Pod Show. Thank you for tapping back in. Like I said, today's topic we're going to be talking about is how to be a leader before leading a team. But before we jump into the topic, you know what time it is. That segment we call Quote Me on That, where I read you a quote and I explain to you what the quote means. So today, quote for all my entrepreneurs out there, my go-getters, people investing in yourself, chasing your dreams, chasing your goals, and what have you. Today, quote that's on the menu is: the only way to do great work is to love what you do. So let me read that quote one more time, just in case you didn't understand it or you didn't hear it. Today quote is: the only way to do great work is to love what you do. And it's plain and simple, straight to the point. You have to be passionate. You have to love. You got to fall in love with what you want to do as a entrepreneur and what have you. If you just if you just get in the field of entrepreneurship because you know you have a chance to make a lot of money and what have you, if you do it the right way and you try to jump into a certain industry that you're not even passionate about because you just heard or you see it's the trend right now, you're not going to last. So you're not going to last. You're not going to be able to be innovating. You're not going to be able to produce great ideas and what have you because it's not something that you're passionate about. But if you get into the field of entrepreneurship and it's something in an industry or a sector that you are very passionate about doing, a brand, a business, whatever you want to do as an entrepreneur, if something that you love, you're gonna have no other. You're gonna have no choice but to produce great work because you're gonna steady do things that's gonna help you succeed as an entrepreneur, right? Whatever you're passionate about, it's gonna bring out the best ideas as possible within you. You're gonna be able to innovate your business in a way that no one else can do because this is something that you really want to be successful in doing and what have you. It's something that you really passionate about. You want to show people your greatness. You want to show people the great work that you can produce. It don't matter what it is. It can be far as you want to create a brand, far as clothing. You want to create a service that people never seen before, or a service that's been around, but you innovated in a way where it's different than every other business that's been in that industry and what have you, right? So whatever you are passionate about, whatever you want to do as an entrepreneur, you got to fall in love with it. You got to be something that you're very passionate about because it's going to keep you motivated. It's going to keep you going. It's going to keep you producing ideas. It's going to take you to the level that you need to go in and take you in. Matter of fact, going to take you in the direction that you need to go in to be successful as an entrepreneur and what have you. So that is the quote for today. That is the segment. Quote me on that and what have you. And y'all know what time it is, man. It is topic time, guys. Like I said, today topic we're gonna be talking about is learning how to be a leader before you lead a team. And it's very important to understand that, guys, man. You want to learn how to lead before you can lead anybody, because at the end of the day, if you don't know how to lead a team, you don't know how to be a leader. How can you lead a team? Because now you have people that's on your team or people willing to be on your team to help you out, but you don't know where to place them at, where they can be most effective at, or you don't have any direction to lead them in, what have you, right? That's just like you saying you have a business, a brand, what have you. You have community full of people, but you don't have a direction to lead them in and what have you, right? It's just now you just got them held hostage and with no place to go and what have you. So that's why it's so important for you to learn how to lead before you try to lead others, right? And there's nothing wrong with that, right? Because You haven't been an entrepreneur before. This is your first run at being an entrepreneur. So you want to learn how to lead before you build a team, right? Because at the end of the day, you don't want to build a team and you don't have nowhere to go. You don't have no place to take them. You can't put them in the best position for them to win within your company, within your business, or within your brand or what have you, right? And at the end of the day, you don't want to start off in the wrong direction, right? You don't want to lead your team in the wrong direction and find out later on that everything that you did was wrong and what have you, in the direction that you was taking them to was the wrong direction and what have you. So you want to make sure you nip that in the bud early before you try to build a team. You want to learn how to lead, and ways that you can learn how to lead. I got several ways that will help you grow into a leader, help you become a leader, what have you. So these are a couple things that you can take and possibly help you become a leader and what have you. Especially if you at that point right now as a new entrepreneur, you've been doing this for a year or so, and now you at this point of now building a team and what have you. This can possibly help you, or you at a point right now where you want to learn how to be that leader that can be effective and what have you. Hopefully this can possibly help you and what have you. So we're going to dive into a couple things that I have on the list today. So the first thing on my list that I have is you want to be able to take leadership courses or workshops. And there's nothing wrong with this. And this is something that you have entrepreneurs out here that's been entrepreneur for like 5 to 7 years. They still going to workshops, right? They still taking courses so they can learn what's the new trend out there. What's the new thing that is the most effective thing that they can do that can help their business and what have you, right? My wife, her friend, husband got his own detail shop. He still goes to seminars. He still take courses and stuff so he can learn what's the new technology that they have to make it more efficient at cleaning cars. What new soap that they have out there. What new cleaners that they have out there. So you always going to learn as an entrepreneur. This is going to be something that's going to help you come into a leader, right? Especially when you can take courses that you can go to workshops with people that's already successful at becoming a leader. That's already successful at being a leader, already successful at leading a team, right? This can help you build your communication skills and what have you, help you build your decision-making skills and what have you, right? And it's always important to be able to have conflict or resolution, because you want to have resolutions as a leader, because people come to you for resolutions, especially when it comes to trying to solve problems or what have you, right? So it's nothing wrong with taking courses. Like I said, you still have successful entrepreneurs taking courses right now. You have successful entrepreneurs still have mentors around them, right? Because they constantly want to grow. They want to continue to build their business. They want to continue to grow as an entrepreneur, because like I said many times, in order for your business to grow, you got to grow as an entrepreneur, right? You want to become the best as possible. And that's going to take sometimes taking courses to get to refreshing your mind, to see what's out there that's new, right? Workshops that can help you build skills, develop the leadership skills that you are looking for as a leader and what have you. Because at the end of the day, it's hard to lead a team. It's very hard to lead. It's nothing easy about now. You go from just being you. Now you have to get a couple people to be part of your team to help you bring this business or your brand to the next level and what have you. So it's hard to try to manage different personalities, different skill levels and what have you, learning the people that's around you that you have on your team. So that's why it's important for you to go to these workshops, because you have other entrepreneurs that have teams. You have some entrepreneurs that have small teams to mid-sized teams to large teams, and they can show you in different ways how to run that depending on what type of size of a team you want to have, right? If you want to just have a small team, you can can get to these workshops, and an entrepreneur with a small team can show you how to put people in place, show you what you can do for as decision making decisions, communicating, how to communicate effectively to your team and what have you. So these are the things that can help mold you into becoming a leader and what have you, right? So that's what's very important. Number 2 on my list is seek mentorship. Like I said before, it's nothing wrong. You have entrepreneurs who have a large following. You have entrepreneurs out here who have a nice sized community of people, but they still reach out to their mentor that they have since day one to see what can they do differently, what can they do new, what's new out there that they can possibly learn and what have you. So it's nothing wrong with improving yourself as adults in life, just life in general. You want to become a better version of yourself each year, right? You don't want to become stagnant, because if you become stagnant as an entrepreneur, your business going to become stagnant because you're not taking your business to the next level. You don't know how to innovate your business and take it to where it needs to go, right? So you never want to become stagnant as an entrepreneur, right? You want to be able to learn and improve on your leadership skills. It's nothing wrong with that, because that's investing in yourself. You putting your money that you make from your business as an entrepreneur, you putting it back into yourself, because once you grow and you plant the right proper seeds within your mindset and what have you, you can transfer that over to building your business. Now you know what to do. You know how to communicate to your team. You know how to put your team together. You know how to position your team and put them in the right place as possible to succeed within your business, to help you grow your business and what have you, right? And what a mentor can do is give you feedback that you need, right? Give you advice that you are looking for, any questions that you have. And also, the most important thing when it comes to a mentor is experience. They already been through what you're going through. They already been there, done that. So the experience that they had and they learned from it, because understand one thing, the more experiences you have, the more you get to learn and what have you. And it's nothing like having a mentor that have experience that can teach you, can give you a learning lesson, what to do, what to avoid, and what have you as an entrepreneur, right? And that's the type of valuable guidance and support that you need as an entrepreneur. It's not wrong, right, to have a mentor. If you can afford a mentor, or you can find a mentor that's willing to do mentorship for a low price, or just do free mentorship to help you out because they want to see you win, take advantage of it, right? Learn as much as possible. Don't learn less, learn much as possible as an entrepreneur, because it's going to take you to the next level. It's going to take you where you need to go as an entrepreneur. Number 3 on my list is you want to practice self-awareness, right? And this is something that is very important, because you want to be aware of your strengths, your weaknesses, and what have you. And you want to be able to be effective to your team. You want to provide effectiveness, leadership to your team, right? Because at the end of the day, you want to know what your weakness is, because now you can go and invest in making sure you become strong in that area, or whatever you weak in, right? You know how to build your team around the weaknesses that you have. You know who to implement to make sure they can fill that hole in, right? Now, at the same time, you're still going to learn that job, but you want to make sure you have somebody that can help you. Just like, say, for instance, you're good at selling things. You're a good salesman. You can sell your product, but you're not good at marketing. You're going to go find somebody, 1 or 2 people you can put in your team that's exceptional at marketing things. But at the same time, you're still going to learn the process of marketing and how to market. But it's good to have people on your team that know how to market, because now you can save you time and it can help your business grow, get the visibility that you need on your brand or your services and what have you, right? Seeing your strengths, you want to make sure you keep your strengths sharpened. You want to sharpen your strengths and what have you. You want to continue to come stronger and stronger within whatever you're strong in. And that's all about it, man. When you want to add add value to the people that's on your team. You don't want to take away from them their greatness. You want to be able to add to it. And because that is very essential when you have people within your team that know how to get the job done. That's very good at what they do. Their greatness makes it even much easier for you as an entrepreneur, because now you can improve your skill level. You can improve on things because, like I said, go back to the marketing reference. You good at selling, being a salesman, but far as marketing, you're not. But now, since you got people on your team that's great at marketing, they can help you along the way. They can show you how to do it, right? They can show you what you need to do to become that strong at marketing, right? Or it can be total opposite. You may not be good at selling stuff, but you're good at marketing. You can get people, you're going to implement people within your team that's good at selling, where they can show you how to sell to people. They can show you how to sell online. Different little techniques, giving you advice to help the weaknesses that you have when it comes to selling and what have you. So that's why it's important as entrepreneurs to not operate within ego, because if you're an entrepreneur and you operate within ego, you're not going to be able to identify your weaknesses, because your ego blinds you from becoming even better as an entrepreneur, because you feel like no one can tell you anything. You feel like you're not weak at anything. But at the end of the day, that isn't true whatsoever. When I say this, number 3, number 4 on my list is read books on leadership, right? It's not wrong, because what people don't understand, man, reading books give you a lot of insight. Reading books give you a lot of information. Reading books give you a lot of knowledge, right? On things that you can do, far as whatever you choose to read books about, whatever you're trying to do as an entrepreneur, it's going to help you in the long run, because you have some successful business owners, successful entrepreneurs that have written books, and their concept works, their framework works, right? So once they write a book, breaking everything down to you, explaining to how to become a leader, what to do, what not to do, how to build your team, how to be effective as a entrepreneur, that can help you, right? And if you someone like me that really don't like reading books but listen to the audio, you got audio books out there. You can listen to the audio version versus reading the book. So whatever you can do to help hone in making you a better leader or becoming a leader and what have you, you want to take advantage of it, right? Because like I said, books give you valuable insight, valuable guidance on how to become something, how to get better at something and what have you. And leadership, you want to become a leader before leading a team, you got to learn how to lead first, right? You cannot lead a team of people and you don't know how to lead, right? It's not going to work at all whatsoever. So you want to be effective as possible as a leader on in your business and what have you. So you becoming a leader first is very important before building a team or what have you. So that's number 4. Number 5 is take on leadership roles, right? And what I mean by taking on leadership roles is you can come part of organizations, right? You got different groups out here that you can join. You can participate and become, or you can volunteer in becoming a leader of that group, right? Or that organization, because you want to work on becoming a leader. Or if you are a part-time, just say for instance, you're a part-time entrepreneur, right? You work a 9 to 5. If a leadership role opens up within your job, it'd be the best time for you to take that position, because now you can practice at becoming a leader. You can practice at leading a team of people, right? This is great experience you can learn from. You can learn from what you did wrong to what you did right that was effective and what have you. Even though say for instance, you working in a warehouse, right, and you become a manager. Yes, it's different than you running a brand, a clothing brand and what have you that you're trying to create. But at the same time, you still practicing leadership role. You still going to be over people, right? You still leading the team. So it all goes hand in hand. Whatever you do that's effective at your job as a leader, you can implement that within your business of building a team and use that same framework, right? Now you know how to go about learning people, different personalities that you have on your team. Now you know how to go about identifying the strengths of the people that you implement on your team and what have you. So it's things that's going to help mold you and shape you into becoming a leader. That's why I tell people all the time, it's nothing wrong with taking on leadership roles because now you're getting your experience. Through experience, you gain knowledge. If you never experience anything, you're not going to have the knowledge that you need to be able to be effective and what have you. So you definitely, that's why it's important for you to never back away from being hands-on within your job or within organization. You got groups out here you can join, Facebook groups and what have you. It's not wrong with taking a leadership role because, like I said, it's give you the hands-on experience that you need, the opportunity for you to grow into becoming a leader and what have you, and you can implement that into becoming a leader in your own business and what have you. Because when it's time for you to lead people, it don't matter if it's small to mid-size to large size. You dealing with people. You're dealing with different personalities. You're dealing with different strengths. You're dealing with different weaknesses and what have you. And you want to be able to identify everybody on your team in an individual way, so you know who's who, what's what, who can take more who can take more of a task, who can't, and what have you, who needs to go in this department, goes this way, that way. You want to be able to be effective as a leader at all costs because this goes a long way, especially you building a team. Learning how to become a leader first before trying to get a team, because that's a task if you try to take on, it's very hard. Trust me, it's hard enough by yourself trying to come up with things and what have you. But now you're responsible for a team. You're responsible for leading your team. You're responsible for giving your team daily tasks that they need to do to make sure they stand on the right track, to making sure that your business is growing and what have you. So, guys, thank y'all for tapping into another show of the Invest brand, man. Like I said before, guys, we one episode away from season 4. Changes is coming from for season 4. So, like I said, for season 4, the pod show gonna be Invest Pod Show instead of Invest Brand Pod Show. So the theme of it we're gonna be it's gonna be entrepreneurial conversations and what have you. So that's what we're gonna be doing, guys. That's what we're gonna be doing for season 4. Like I said, we rebranding and what have you. So go on our Instagram page, Invest Brand Instagram page right now. Right now. Follow us on Instagram at the moment until the site get up, so you can be notified. You can be right along with what goes on and invest. And we going to be adding content to our Instagram page pretty soon and what have you. So definitely follow us on there, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the Invest Brand Pod Show. Hit the like button. Make sure you hit the notification bell. And if you are listening to it on Spotify, make sure you follow us on Spotify so you can be notified when a new episode drop. But thank you, guys. Thank you once again. But other than that, man, make sure y'all tap in every Monday to the Invest Brand Pod Show.